I am one with my mighty I Am presence. My holy Christ self. My personalities. My body elemental. And this new spirit within me. Every part of my being is in balance, harmony, and alignment. I pull in my aura, and I am fully contained within Metatron's cosmic egg. Hello, beloveds. I greet you with all the love in my heart, and I welcome you in to the sacred space that I provide for all of you during these sharings. During the time that you view any of my videos, I am present with you, closer than your very own breath, feeling every beat of your heart, and I am aware of your most intimate feelings, thoughts, vibrations. I am more aware of you than you are of yourself. And during this time, I hold you in perfect, unconditional love, which is what I wish you to have for yourself and for all life around you. Then, when you consciously, throughout your day, invite my presence within you, it is granted immediately, whether you feel it or not, whether you are aware of it in any way whatsoever or not. This is why I ask that you continually request my presence or the presence of any of your angels, guides, ascended masters, the Holy Spirit, the holy living light. It does not matter what name you give to the various frequencies, aspects, and dimensions in which God exists, and from which you may receive the greatest influence and influx of perfect divine energy into your being. It is most important at this time that you begin to withdraw your attention from what is happening in the outer world and begin to direct it into your own inner world. For in truth, your outer world is a perfect reflection of your inner world. And you cannot change the outer world. Your freedom and power do not extend that far. You can, however, change your inner world. You not only have the right and the freedom to change your inner world, you actually have the obligation to do so. For only in that fashion can you have an effect on the outer world. This may seem strange to some, for you invest much time and energy trying to change things in the outer world. And it may even seem to you that you have. But any change that takes place in the outer world is simply the reflection of a change that has previously taken place in your inner world. So what do I mean by the inner world? The inner world is what you see and feel when you close your eyes and go within your own being. Some of you perceive the outer world clearly because your inner world has already been purified. However, most of you are perceiving what I would call a tainted version of reality, because you are seeing and perceiving the outer world through all the beliefs that you have about it. So I will share with you a technique that I have recently given to Christmas, and especially to her husband, who uses this technique quite easily and effectively. It involves viewing what is happening in your outer world as if it were on a television screen, and understanding at the same time that it is just as real as any other movie that you might watch on the television or in a theater. When you watch something on television or in a theater, you know absolutely that it is not real, that it is a figment of someone's imagination. It is a story that is being told through one person's perspective. In fact, your outer world experience is the same thing. Its reality is based on only your perspective. And if you can understand this fully, you will begin to detach your emotions from the reality of your own projections, from your own movie. This movie that you are writing is your very own life story. And just as any writer is free to erase and change any part of the story, so are you. This extends both into the past and into the future, which I have told you are in themselves illusions. Yes, this does mean that you can change your past simply by changing your perspective of it and the story that you continually tell yourself about that past. For the influence of the past is determined fully by what you think and feel about it. And it is, of course, the same for the future. Perhaps up until this moment, you have envisioned a certain future for yourself. You are now free to envision a totally different future and to bring that future into your present now moment. Of course, all of these changes to the past and to the future can only be made in the all-powerful now moment that you are in. So when you come and listen to these videos, let go of all of your beliefs of who you think I am, of who you think you are, and of what you think reality is. Allow all of those beliefs to be held in suspension and come as a child without expectations, with an open mind, an open heart, and simply allow the love, all of the energies and information that these videos contain to simply wash over you, to go through you, and to feel whatever you are feeling in regards to these videos in your present moment. Trust those feelings above all else. For as soon as you stop watching the videos, you will most likely re-enter the ego mind and begin to analyze and judge everything that you have seen and heard. For this is what the ego mind does. I would advise you, rather than focusing on the ego mind's opinions and judgments, that instead you write down on a piece of paper or record in some fashion what your feelings and thoughts were during the time that you were fully immersed in all of the energies of these videos. And then look at them again, whatever you have recorded yourself, whenever the ego mind starts to put forth its arguments, its reasons for not becoming your true self, for remaining within the clutches of the ego mind. The ego mind has no desire to lose its power over you. It loses power as you choose to not listen to it, and to listen instead to your divine mind. Every single one of you has a divine mind within you. This is the portion of your consciousness that is connected to God's mind, to the universal mind, to the collective consciousness of all of the divine perfected minds that exist in this universe. There is a portion of you that is permanently connected to this divine mind, and you are free to access this divine mind at any time of your choosing. However, there are certain requirements that you must fulfill in order to access this divine mind. For example, if you are in a state of much confusion, anger, mistrust, or hate, those frequencies being foremost in your consciousness will not allow you to access the divine mind. You must be in a calm state, free of the strong negative energies that you are often filled with. Then you may access the divine mind and ask any question that you wish, and you will receive whatever answer is appropriate for you at that time. Understand that when you access the divine mind in the now moment, that answer will be perfect for who you are right now. If you ask the exact same question a different day, you will get a different answer. It may be similar and alike in many of its components, but there will also be a slightly different emphasis or slightly different details, because each day you are in fact a new person. Some of you are evolving much more quickly than others. And the answers that you receive will likely differ greatly. If you are evolving more slowly, then the answers will likely be more similar. It all depends on the speed of your own evolution. And you are, of course, free to evolve as quickly as slowly as you wish. Because, as I have said, in truth, both time and space are an illusion. And it is only as you compare yourself to your own activities or to the activities of others, that you enter into the concepts of time and space, and thus have a conception of whether you are evolving quickly or slowly. As you leave the concepts of time and space behind you, you will enter into the eternal now, and you will no longer have a need to judge or define the rate of your evolution. You will simply be aware that it is what it is. And you will most likely be more centered in the joy and acceptance of all that is. Comparisons are useful only to the ego mind. The divine mind has no need for comparisons or judgments. It sees things as they are, accepts them as they are, and knows what the future holds based on things as they are now. For your future will accurately reflect exactly who you are now. So do your spiritual work for yourself, beloveds. Let this be your greatest focus on what is happening in your inner world, so that you may radiate out who you are to the world around you, thereby changing it in the most fundamental and most perfect fashion. It is my hope that these words have been of assistance to you, and that you feel all the love that I have for you in my heart, and know that it is available to you anytime, anywhere. I love you. I am Metatron.